Hello everybody, this is Nintennerd. Welcome back to Smash Time. We are playing Super Smash Brothers for Wii U, and they just announced a new character, Cloud from Final Fantasy VII. It is finally the day we get to see Cloud and Link battle for real. So we're gonna, this is intended to be sort of a description video, for Cloud sort of thing. Like, we're gonna go over all of his moves and stuff. We're gonna go on his stage. I'll go for the Omega version because this is just training mode. We don't want to get things in the way of our explaining things. We can explain on what the actual stage does as well later on. So this is the stage of Midgar. Pretty cool, and this is just the Omega version, of course, as I just said. And this is Cloud. So as you can see, he's decently quick. He's not like Captain Falcon or Pikachu quick, but I mean, he's pretty quick. It's nice to see that he has like this little, I can't pause it, I guess, in this mode. But he like glides above the ground. Yeah, he like glides above the ground. There you go, that's cool. So yeah, I can't change the zoom either, which is unfortunate. Oh well, there's the there's the whole stage for you. I can even turn off the info for you, so now you can see the whole stage for its entire glory. And apparently there's a blown up reactor, and apparently that's important. It's in the background, but they put a lot of detail into this in just the background of the stage. And then if you look at the actual stage itself, it's pretty cool stuff. Even like down below, there's like a blinking light down there for no reason. Right in the bottom right. So yeah, this is Cloud. So I guess we'll just go over the moves. This isn't going to be like a full rundown. Like, I'm not going to be able to say like all the pro stuff, like, oh, this would definitely be good or something like, or anything like that. From what I can tell right now, this doesn't seem like a tournament worthy character, and there's a big reason to that later, which I will explain. But he is definitely fun to play, so consider this your reasoning if you ever feel like, oh, I want to know what Cloud looks like or plays like before I spend my money on him, sort of thing. I'm sure people have had that. I don't know why I didn't do this before with Ryu or Roy or Lucas. Or Mewtwo, all the other DLC characters. Probably because I didn't have the motivation or the time to actually do that. And now this is like one day after the release of Cloud, so now is the time to explain all this. So this is his. I'm just gonna go in the way that I think is normal, normal progress. So this is his just holding A. So this is like, there's his combo. It's a 3-hit combo, 1, 2, 3, and if you hold it, you get that. If you press again and hold, you get that. I didn't even notice that until now. Oh, and you could just keep doing that. That's actually pretty cool. That he's just kicking. He's just kicking, and okay, but it doesn't like keep you there. There is no like constant combo that will like keep you there for like more than 1 second. You will get hit by only 3. You only be able to hit the opponent maybe 3 times. Oh, actually, that was pretty good. 1, 2, 3. 1. Okay, so if they get out of range, then you might be able to hit them a couple more times if you just hold the button like that, because then you'll switch into this, and then you might reset. You might reset again. Oh, now I realize you're not even going to like the second kick. you're just starting the first kick over again by just like letting go. Like that's the same thing. It's just that if you press it in alternate, if you alternate it, then you'll like go forward a bit, which I guess is pretty neat. So that's his normal combo. It's okay. I mean, at 94, if I were to do, there we go. It's not like he's at 100 already, and he's not getting knocked back that much, so he won't get like kills with that move. This is his forward tilt. Pretty standard. Knocks him pretty far. In fact, I'll change it back to 0 so you can show you a comparison. Interesting. Doesn't really hit that far either. You definitely can't combo into it. This is his up tilt. This actually has a pretty decent hitbox. So if you go like this is from behind. You can hit him still from behind because you start from your back actually. So if you go from there, that's hitting him. He swings starting from the left side, going to the right, and he still hits Link. If I were to get to there, it's not quite hitting him, even though it kind of looks like it is. There we go. So there's your range. And then the back. Or the back, I should say. There we go. Yeah, that's about the extent that you will get Link up into the air. And then a 0 comparison. You can get a couple hits with the tilt, so you probably won't get like Mario combos though. Now what? Okay, before I show you what the glowing thing is, I will show you the down tilt, which is this. It's a big long. It's kind of like Mega Man's, except I think it's a little longer. It's a big long tip, except as you saw there, the character model goes through, but the hitbox does not at the very end. So it's not complete, but it's still pretty decent move. This can probably combo like that. Yeah, it's a setup into another move, and then you can do stuff like this. This is his up tilt, which is actually, I think it's a really good up tilt personally. It has a big wide array and it stays out there like most neutrals do. It's actually kind of like Link's, except it's just not as high and instead it's wide. This is his forward aerial. I guess this is up aerial, not up tilt, I should say. So this is forward aerial, which hits a decent array of like above him and forward towards him. It does a meteor, but it is also slow. That I don't think it meteored him, but if I can get it. In fact, let me get him into jump mode. See, that's at 0. That was a bit of a spike. Sweet spot seems to be right around the horizontal part of it. There you go. All right, so you got a little sneak peek of the up special. So that's what it's doing with when you're not hitting the meteor, and it's actually, I've yet to get a good read on where the sweet spot actually is for his but it's definitely a killer, that's for sure, just normally. But I have yet to get a good feel for like getting people into that meteor range. See, even at like 30 it will spike them, but it won't meteor them like that. There's an there's a meteor. But yeah, I can't seem to get it off the edge. But if they're standing still, then I can get it pretty well. So there's the up A, or sorry, the forward A in the air, and this is his back air. Pretty normal back air. Decent reach behind him. Doesn't have a back early on. Let's get him. I guess I should have just damaged him normally, but let's go. You won't be chaining this move for sure. And I hope you're paying attention to if you care enough for the damages of these moves. I'm not mentioning them for a reason, or else this video would be twice as long. Trying to find like the sweet spots and everything, but it doesn't look like this move has a sweet spot. But yeah, that was at like what, 130, 120. That killed him from around here, close to the middle of the stage. So bring you back to 0. And here is his down air, which is actually a lot like Link's as well, except I think it doesn't stay around as long, but I think the hitbox is bigger. This, I think, also, it doesn't jump or bounce off like Link's, though. That's something to note. And it might, yes, it definitely, if you hit it right, just like Link's, you can meteor. This one, definitely a lot easier. Well, if you get the timing right, it's a lot easier to pull off the meteor. Let's see if I can get it here. No. Okay. So yeah. So there's all of his A moves. You've seen me use his throws already. There's the down throw, his up throw, which he does a couple kicks first, and his back throw, and his forward throw, which is actually pretty cool. He does like a flip, kicks off of them. I've heard that his down throw is decent for doing combos like that, I guess. But it's now that I notice it, the angle is kind of weird. That was actually, let's see if we can get. Yeah, it's actually going behind you. I don't know if that's because he's jumping or not. Yeah, it specifically goes behind you, which is interesting. Let's talk about these like this glow blue thing that comes around. So, what happens when you deal enough damage, this limit bar, which you can bring up with down B, that limit in the, like, invisibly is filling up every time you damage someone. I think it's also when you are damaged. So this is because, like, yeah, I don't know if it's hard for me to do this in training mode. Well, I guess, okay, we can figure it out later. But that limit bar fills up, and when it fills up, you glow this like flamey blue around you. This will power up your next special attack. So this is his neutral special, which does a decent amount of knockback and damage. In comparison, this is his neutral special on the ground. This is his neutral special on the air. It's actually faster and stronger on the ground. So if we can go to 0%, if we were to try and hit him in the air and not hit his shield, damn it, Link. Get over there. Okay. Hit him from behind. does 4 damage. Alright. On the ground, it does 8 damage. So twice as much damage from just doing it on the ground and hitting them versus doing it in the air and hitting them. And of course, his Link's thing will block it. His down B, which I mentioned earlier, charges up the limit. You can let go of B and it will just charge automatically until it's full. And then you can press it down B again to do this sort of finishing tornado move sort of thing. Which I will explain right now. If you get, in fact, let me just charge. I can charge from 0. I can charge my limit up until max. Now obviously, because it doesn't like stop when you press B, you have to press another input to get out of it, like a roll. It's obviously very risky to use just normally because you leave yourself vulnerable. But you can charge it from 0 if you like knock someone back and then charge it while they're trying to get back to the stage, sort of thing. When you use your down B again at the charge, it does that tornado move. If you do it at a low, when they are at a low percent, it does a huge knockback, but only 1%. It will only ever do 1% and no more, no less. But it has huge knockback. So let's bring this back up. And in fact, let's bring it up by attacking him again, because we want him at a higher percentage. So if we do it at 30, that brings him to the top of the screen, but he's still at 32%. So let's do some more damaging here. Now he's at 69. And it killed him. It killed him, bringing him from 69 to 70. Now I believe the limit, or at least in the trailer, which is another resource you can watch if you want a bit somewhat more fluid explanation of the character, by Mr. Sakurai himself. From the video, I forget who he did it on, but that is at 60%, bringing him to 61. So we can try again. At 61%, it does not kill Link. Let's see if it does it at 62%. It's very handy for this training video that I can just charge it without attacking him. 63, very close. So like, if you catch someone in the air while this move, no matter what percentage he's at, you could potentially kill them at a very low percent. 64, yeah, okay, so it kills Link at 64%. That's pretty huge. And it does hit, it doesn't hit just in front of you, it also hits behind you. And probably like all around you as well. So I can probably like throw him up and then use it. Let's see. If I can pull it off at least. Let's try that one more time just to see if we can show it. There we go. See, that was hitting like a little above me too. So it has a pretty big range and it does a lot of knockback. So that's the down B. The up B is this. It does a little, as you might notice, it does a little stab into them and then brings them up. And if you press any button immediately after, so that's B or A, it will do an immediate like Kirby effect where you go immediately down. And if we can get this, there we go. So that's what it looks like hitting them both times with it. Bring this to 0. So this is that's the limit of the up B. As you can probably see from here, it might look like an okay up B, but when you realize that trying to get to a ledge, it's actually terrible. Like, I could get there as Link. In fact, I have a controller here. Let's see. Hopefully I grabbed the right one. I will go to, oops, controller. That's Link's double jump and up B, because it's kind of there's kind of your up B at a short hop. Link would probably get a little higher than Cloud, whereas Cloud only just barely makes it. Look at that. Just try it, just to see comparison on the same side. Whoop, whoop, yep. From the bottom of the screen, Link can get there, whereas Cloud cannot. So there's that. But the good thing, and also what puts you into an awkward situation, is that after damaging your foe quite a bit, you'll eventually... Oh wow, that doesn't do a lot right away. You'll eventually get your limit, and that will give you your super up B, which is... I don't want to say twice, maybe like 1.5 times the size of your normal B, and this one gives you a much faster and taller recovery. So if you ever get kicked off the ledge and you happen to get your limit, maybe on that last hit, on when they hit you that last time, then you can safely get back to the ledge. And this is what it looks like when you press the B button afterwards. It's just red again. So it's not any more powerful coming down. So if we go 4, it kind of hits you twice there on the way up, and then it's another 4 damage on the way down. And if we were to go up, that's 7 damage on the way up. And after a little bit of charging, get that limit back. And then we can do... Well, I was hoping to... I was hoping to get something else. I'm gonna try doing just the down B, or sorry, just the up B, the down part of the up B. Oh, I didn't even do it right. God damn it. Okay, this is embarrassing. Okay, at least it's pretty decently quick. There, 4 damage regardless, so that the down part of that up B does not make a difference. And here is his side B. Just pressing it once makes 1 slash. Tapping it in again and again, if you can hear my controller, doesn't make any difference. But when you hit the opponent, tapping it over and over again spells out the kanji of KYO, I think is what they said it. I don't know what that stands for. Kyo. But yeah, so that's pressing it once against the character. Here is 1, 2, which makes an X. And that was the third. So the third one goes a little longer. 1, 2, 3. It does like a 2 slashes on the third strike. So that's the side B. To power it up, that's pressing it once and it will do the whole kanji in 1 swipe. So you don't have to keep pressing it for your up B. And as you can see on the side there, the damage is about 3 per hit, 6 on the final hit. if I were to get a range on this. Yeah, that's about the range. What I did notice when playing with other people as Cloud, this side B, it is easier than like moves that those A combos that trying to get out of those is harder to get out of than this. Or in other words, it is easier to like DI out of this move than it is like the A combos. Like the infinite A combos almost. They're not infinite, but yeah, those things. Those like recurring A combos where you just kind of trap them. It's like I've seen a lot of people get out of this move like early on and completely miss that last strike. And then end up like attacking you, but you're stuck in the animation sort of thing. But yeah, so there's all of Cloud's specials. The down B again, which kills at a very low percent, even though he was high there. And the last thing to show you really about Cloud is his smashes. This is his up smash, charged all the way up. It has a decent radius around him. If I were to put myself right here. Oops. Trying to do an up smash here. Completely mislink. So it's a little misleading. So if I were to go to right beside him, I just hit him. If I were to do it from the back, there you go, 18 damage. The down smash hits him with the hilt before dragging him behind him and then hitting him with the sharp part of the sword. And then his side smash, 3 hits in total, and it is possible, I don't think you can DI out of it, that would be pretty quick, but it is possible to not hit with all of those strikes. And I can't remember as of now, but I believe each and every hit can actually kill. Probably just the third one, but if you're at high enough percentage, then maybe the other ones can. Just that I've only played like a few times as Cloud, so. And yeah, so let's finish off with some taunts. Put sword on the shoulder there. And then we got the casual Cloud. And the glowy Cloud. And that is it, I believe. I showed you grabs already. Oh, I didn't show you the pummel, which he knees him in the fucking gut. Poor Link. And yeah. Oh, there's the neutral air if I didn't mention it before. It hits all the way around you. Below and a little bit behind. There you go. So that's Cloud, everybody. To quickly show off Midgar, I won't show off all the summons. But to show off the stage for just a little bit, we will get a friend in here and we will test out the stage. We also have the Advent Children costume for Cloud as well. There's 4 Advent Children costumes and then there's 4 regular costumes. So it's a little bit like Battlefield. It's got the 3 platforms. And it's pretty decent size too. Eventually, a red orb will come out. There it is. And if any player just runs up to the orb and touches it, they don't even need to like break it or anything, then they glow red, and that makes them invincible to all attacks done by the summon in the background. This one specifically causes a giant laser to come in from the background and attack the middle part. But it completely misses me because I'm the one who summoned it, but it hits the player for almost 40 damage. And all the details that I mentioned earlier, like the broken up nuclear reactor or whatever in the background, that's all the same. Background changes eventually. Like it changes up a little bit with all the summons. And yeah, we can wait around a little bit for the next summon. We can get Ryu grabbing it. Those appear on above a random platform of the stage. We got a whole mountain just coming up out of nowhere. And now all the platforms are electrical. And anyone who lands on it gets damaged and gets stunned, but the person who summoned on it does not get hurt at all. And it doesn't matter whether you just land on the stage or try to go through it, you'll still get damaged. Or it does actually make a difference specifically if you land on it. And the platforms move around occasionally. And the one last thing we'll end off the video with is his final smash. Which looks a little bit like Ike's, but his is a little more flashy. And it finishes off with an explosion, as you saw there, which will damage anyone landing on the or standing on the stage, as well as the person being attacked. And it's a pretty wide radius as well. One thing to note about this move as well is that it actually can reach from almost the entire stage. And what we've noticed the other day is that if you miss the person entirely, you can go, well, actually from the middle, you won't go off the edge. But from the very right, it will fly you directly off the edge. So be wary when you are using it, as someone could easily dodge out of the way. And we'll watch one more. It's going to be the electric guy from before. But there are a couple other summons that haven't been shown. You can look them up on the Smash video. There's one, a fire that will push the whole stage around, and if you touch the fire, you get damaged, obviously, but it might push the stage to the left and on an angle, so it's like easier to throw people off. There is one that will cover the whole stage in water, and anyone who like falls below the stage will get swept away. And there might be one more that there's also one, which is Odin, I think. He slashes the entire stage in half. If anyone is standing right in the middle of the stage, you will get instantly KO'd. Or at least I'm pretty sure it's an instant KO. And yeah, the entire stage will split in two, including the top platform, which is a nice touch. And will we be able to get to see it right now? Yes, we will. I'll stand right in the center for you, Odin. And it missed. Regardless, the entire stage is split apart, so this is definitely a new spot to meteor smash someone. But eventually the stage will come back, and that will instantly kill you if you get caught in the middle. So that's Cloud, everybody, and the Midgar stage. That's going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully this gets you into buying Cloud.